All right, welcome back everyone. PredasWorld here again. I just shot one video. I'm going to shoot another one. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to upload those to you. So this one we're going to do the Xionart Magneto. It's massive. Right after this. All right, so like I said, we're going to go do a review here on Magneto by Xionart. What can I say? So, what he came in, 2 boxes. I had, I think, 5 boxes shipped overseas. So it took a while to get here, but it wasn't too bad, maybe 2 months overall, if that. I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. But it made it a lot cheaper, that's for sure. So this one here, it took a little bit putting together, but it really wasn't too bad at all. And everything went together without too much of an issue. There was one piece that wouldn't quite attach right here, and it's just a little loose. So I'm probably going to take a little like clay or something, put it in there with it, help hold it in place. But other than that, it looks really good. So the design, so the concept, it's based off of artwork, obviously, and the thought is that this is a magnetic field that he's got around him, and you can see the metal all bent on the bottom, kind of almost liquefied here is what it looks like. So the concept's, it's like I said, it's based off artwork, but it is fantastic. Like the architecture that they did, like the way they put this together. It's very stable. Like I don't have any thoughts that it might, fall over or it might start leaning. It's put together really well. All right, so the sculpt itself, it amazes me how he can do this, how he made this, like, it's clear here. It's got the lights on right now, but it's pretty bright, obviously. When I shoot the camera, so but those lights, when you turn the lights off, it looks really good. It could use more on top, so I'll probably have a light above it just to make it stand out more. It does take up a lot of room. That is one thing I will say. Yeah, so the size, I'd say it's probably close to 2 feet wide. Sorry, I don't have a tape measure with me right now. And probably close to that deep, maybe a little bit less. It doesn't have as much of the globe. So I'd say probably about 20 inches or so. I mean, the height is probably around 30 inches. It's pretty tall. I do have it on a Lazy Susan, but it's not very thick, maybe 3/4 of an inch or something. So massive. So if you're going to display it, you definitely got to have the room for it. I'm actually trying to figure out where I'm going to put it myself. So obviously you guys know the character, Magneto, master of magnetism. It's just, I can't say enough about the architecture of this one. So the magnetic field itself it's pretty clear. It's got different designs in it. You can kind of see up here. These are additional pieces that you add on, and they're really clear, but they attach to the big globe itself. And then the textures from those kind of go through the globe, so you can see them kind of when you look up close. The base is just a lot of, iron and different metals, beams. Some of those beams are parts that you attach to it. I would say there was probably about 6 of those, 7 of those. And then there's this, the sign for Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. And that actually hides the switch for the lights that's behind there. It is a power outlet, so you have to plug it in. which I prefer the plugins because I can hook it up to Google and just tell it to turn them all on at once. The paint application is phenomenal. There's no bleed over into the other colors between the purple and the red. And the sculpt, so essentially the globe sits on the base, the cape sits inside the globe in the base, so it's pretty deep, it's thick in there, so it goes down pretty deep. And then Magneto actually attaches, his back attaches onto the cape at the top here. One set of hands, that's the only set of hands, which looks fantastic. It's kind of his typical pose. The heads that come with it, so the head that he has on is with his helmet, obviously. I love the helmet. I think that's a big part of Magneto, so every one I have I display that way. So they have a regular head, just without the helmet, short hair. And then they have the long-haired, which I believe is the Age of Apocalypse storyline. Again, in my last video I mentioned it. I let my wife pick the heads anyway, and she prefers the helmet as well. And I'll probably find some way to display these next to it, just depending on space, because obviously it already takes up a ton of room. So that's it, guys. I don't want to make it too long, but I wanted to show it to you, just give you my feedback on it. Again, excellent job. Fantastic piece. If I have 3 Magnetos, I think now. This one, I have the one where he's killed all the X-Men and he has Professor X kind of in his hand. And then I have the one with where he's pulling the adamantium out of Wolverine. So if I was going to keep any of those 3, it would definitely be this one, even though it is so massive. So the best one for me. I know there's a lot of good ones out there on Throne and stuff, but yeah, I would take this over any of those. So, all right. So remember though, please subscribe, click that bell if you want to get notified when I upload them. I have several more coming and opening. I've already got some here. I've got a Green Goblin, a Thing kit that I'm going to actually paint. So I'm hoping to do some videos on painting that. I'm no expert by any means, but maybe some of the mistakes I make you guys can avoid if you watch them. I appreciate you coming and watching, and have a good one.